So far in this course, we've been using the AWS Management Console, which is the web interface. But there are actually 3 different ways you can access and control AWS. First, there's the Management Console. This is what we've used already, and it's protected by your username, password, and hopefully multi-factor authentication. Next is the Command Line Interface, or CLI. This is a tool you install on your computer that lets you control AWS with text commands. It's protected by something called access keys. And finally, there's the Software Development Kit, or SDK. This is for developers. You use the SDK to build AWS Access directly into your own application's code. It also uses access keys for protection. So how do we get these access keys? You'll generate them in the Management Console. Access keys are like a password. They are a secret. You have to be careful with them. You should never share your access keys with a coworker or anyone else. Everyone who needs them should generate their own. An access key has 2 parts. An access key ID, like a username. A secret access key, like a password. We'll generate these in a minute. Once you have them, you can download them. Just remember, these keys are a secret, so keep them private. If you're new to the cloud or IT, you might not know what a CLI is. CLI stands for Command Line Interface. The AWS CLI is a tool that lets you talk to AWS services using simple commands from your computer's terminal. You'll recognize a CLI command because it starts with the word AWS. With the CLI, you can manage your resources, automate tasks, and do almost anything you can do in the Management Console. In fact, some people prefer to use the CLI exclusively. Now let's talk about the SDK, or Software Development Kit. The SDK is a set of libraries that are specific to different programming languages, like Python, Java, or JavaScript. Developers use the SDK to write code that interacts with AWS. Instead of typing commands into a terminal like you do with the CLI, you embed the SDK directly into your application. This allows your app to access AWS services programmatically. For example, the AWS CLI that we're going to use is actually built using the AWS SDK for Python. So that's the big picture of how you access AWS. In the next lesson, we're going to get hands-on. We'll generate our access keys and set up the AWS CLI on our computer.